Good afternoon. My name is AsoneleKotu and I'm the founder of FemConnect. As young African leaders, we come from our different parts of communities, our various countries, but from one continent with one common vision and a common goal, which is to make Africa a prosperous continent. We come with various ideas and thoughts and concepts and amazing solutions of what we can take back home in order to empower our communities and alleviate them from poverty. We come carrying the stories of the communities that we serve because we are the bearers and we have had first-hand experience in some of these various levels of poverty that we are addressing. Today, I want to talk about the silent form of poverty, which we have trained ourselves so well into telling or thinking that it is a taboo topic that one should never talk about. I'm talking about the silent form of poverty that leads many or limits many young women to not attending school or enjoying life and missing out on opportunities just because they cannot have any means or financial means to purchase a sanitary product. I'm talking about the silent kind of poverty that drives our young girls into the hands of sugar daddies, into unwanted pregnancies, into unsafe abortion and exposure and risk to contracting HIV and AIDS because there is no educational supportive structures that can guide them into making the right decisions about their sexual and reproductive health care. I'm talking about the silent form of poverty that exposes us to inequalities when it comes to health care of our own bodies and our basic necessities. I grew up in a community where women supported each other. I grew up in a community where when I was 14 years old, my dad passed away and he was the breadwinner in our family. My mom married while she was early. I think she was 18 years old when she got married, and she had never worked a single day in her life. And when my father passed away at the age of 14, she had to then pick up, do the business, a taxi business, and also run our home. Within a period of 3 years, we were completely bankrupt, and my mom and I were stranded in a situation where we didn't have financial means for me to even go to university. What I learned at that time is that the community that was around us were the people that supported us in things that we needed. What I learned about that time is that poverty doesn't have to stop you from the things that you want to chase in life. What I learned around that time is the concept of Ubuntu and how it was so easy for when I didn't have anything to be able to knock at my neighbor's house and ask for sugar or ask for a pad if I didn't have one. What I learned at that time is that every single woman in that community had some kind of difficulty that they were going through, but they worked together in terms of coming together with different support, with financial support, with stokvel clubs and those kind of things so that they could economically build each other. Now that is a spirit that I carry with me each and every day for the rest of my life, and I want to teach to future generations of start looking at femtech through the eyes of an African community. Instead of just giving a pad as a once-off, why are we not educating women in our communities how to create these products and how to make them so that they can have an economic impact within their communities? Instead of just buying a pad once off and giving it to a girl, why are we young professionals not giving back to our communities and mentoring young sisters so that we can guide and help them to get into programs where they can grow and expand? Instead of complaining about high numbers of unwanted pregnancies and unsafe abortion, why are we not creating easier access to services and education that will empower women to make sound decisions over their bodies and their wellness? Instead of crying why these taboo topics are not being brought to the forefront, why are we not the ones stepping up to educate people as to how to use alternative technologies to help women manage their bodies, irrespective of their socioeconomic classes?